Hello. Hello. Okay, why is my thing glitching out again? Bro, why does it do this every single time? Hello. 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 I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. I think it's good now. I think it's good. Okay, yeah, that's good. Hello. You're so funny. You're so funny. We're going in 15! At Evie, at Stut, at West, at Dan. Please confirm you are available. Available. Replying to this message. Y'all are so funny. Y'all are hilarious. Everyone's here, looks good. This is so exciting, isn't it? I'm excited. I am very excited personally. I'm like seeing the big 25. Question how I spend my time. But I think I'm having a pretty I think I'm hosting a pretty nice tournament right now. We got 15 minutes until it starts. Could pull up the brackets. It's a lot simpler today. We only have 4 players instead of 14, and only 2 rounds. 3 matchups. Evie versus Dan, Miss Dude versus West. Then the final. Whoever wins the semifinals will face each other. 3 matchups, all of them best of 3, so I don't know how long this is gonna last. I guess we'll find it out. I am excited. Personally, I am very excited. Dan versus West? That would be crazy. Yeah, I'm like 4 minutes late. We have about 13 minutes before we get started. Hey Kaya, hey Red Hero. Our first matchup will be Evie versus Dan. Oops, Evie versus Dan. This is exciting. This is very exciting. And it is a best of 3, okay? For the first time, we're finally doing a best of 3. I am very happy I didn't do a best of 3 yesterday because, God, it would have lasted all day. But We have the time today, I think. Maybe. We'll see. Love that nice guy, known him for 5 years, but that's not gonna stop me from trying my best. I wish you luck. Can all of you just stop, please? Please. Thank you. Why is everyone obsessed with using my hunting commands? Like, no one uses /hours when I'm actually hunting. In the middle of a tournament, though, everyone's, like, curious about how many hours I've hunted in Trick or Treat. Can we not? Please. Why is chat so brain rot? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like chat's just in a bit of a mood today. I'm gonna be real. I'm so nerve-wracked. I have a headache and a fever. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you do. I hope you play well, though. I'm excited. I'm very excited for today. Like, I'm genuinely having health issues, and then your next message is 6-1. I can tell. I can tell. If it gets worse, I might just drop out. Bro. I mean, if it gets that bad, of course, drop out. But, like, tournament nerves are, like, something that everyone feels. I wish they go away for you, but, like, I don't know. Yeah, where is Mango? He's not here yet. I'm gonna be commentating on my own. Which, I mean, I think it was a bit messy last time when he was also here. But I mean, we'll see. If he wants to join back, we can join back. He can join back. We got 9 minutes until the semifinals start. Someone just DM'd me asking how can I join the tournament. Brother. As a reminder for you all, this is the ban list. So do not expect any Soulburst Dragonines today. No Temporains, no Incarnates, no Novidei, no Swirls. And then the soft ban list is our restricted list. You can only pick a maximum of 2 from that list. Some of the people inside this finals only even have one from the list, just one. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. People are commenting on my posts if they could join as if I was the one hosting. Only one gargle and base. I don't actually like remember all the. Actually, I could check what the teams are right now, because I have them just in my dream teams. Yeah, Eevee only has one restricted. West only has one restricted. Hold on. I just realized, dude. Dudes, are you here? Dude has a gargle and attack, but shows up as gargle and base. All of top 4 only have one restricted. That's what I was realizing. I'm looking at your dream team. Wait, is it a bug that shows up as gargle and base in the match? Because it says you have a gargle and is a visual bug. Okay. Because you have gargle and attack in your dream teams, but in game it shows up as gargle and base. It is gargle and attack. Okay, just want to make sure you didn't change anything without telling us. Thank you. That is quite odd. That is quite odd that it shows up as that. I can... Because Silver's is also bugged? It has Berserk? Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. That is very confusing. I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I just making sure. Just making sure. Gargle and base is goated though, you should all do it. Because I remember seeing Gargle and Base last stream and I was like, that's an interesting choice, but okay. Just didn't question it at all after that. And I'm looking at your dream team right now, I'm like, wait, it was supposed to be Gargle and Attack. Did not know about that bug. Thank you. But, sounds good. Dan's in my server. We got 5 minutes to go. Super exciting. Super duper exciting. Dan and Eevee, if you are in the stream right now, when the time comes, I will make a dream team and I'll invite you both, and you guys can both watch, or I mean you guys can both join, and we'll get started from there. If you're both ready, we could also just, yeah, we're in your server. I do see that, yeah. If you're both just ready, we can just make the dream team code right now and we could just get started the second the thing starts. The second it's time. Wish I had a mod in here, but I think Jay is not available right now. That's okay. Okay, I'm gonna make the dream team right now. Dirty. Doubles, team preview, invite only, competitive, create lobby. Alright. Invite Eevee. Where's Dan? Oh, there it is. Invite Dan. Alright. We're not gonna get started yet. We have 3 minutes still. We could also just get started. Where's my battle button? Dan, join. It's the moment. It's happening. I'm so excited. I feel like it's too early in the morning for this, but like technically it's the same time as it always was. Dan's gonna win. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, and Eevee, if you're gonna use like any big Lumions, put them on the left side of the screen, please. Not that it really matters, but like it's just like a personal thing. Because you are on the you're gonna be on the the main side of the battle. While last time you were on the opposite side. And everyone's sold Dan's winning this. We'll see. Who's Dan? Dan Noxtricity? A moderator? Who's not joining for some reason? I guess we do technically have 2 minutes. It's a draw. That would be funny. I don't think that's possible, but that would be funny. He's charging his ults. Okay, it's time. It's time. Come on, join up. Join up. It is officially time. Oh, give me a bit. There he is. Alrighty. We can get started. It's time to get started. He's waiting until 12. Fair enough. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Purple turned into a Gleam Holly Shachi. No! Here we go! Semifinals. 1 of 2. This is gonna be very exciting. Let's see what these newcomers got. Yeah, I've never heard of these 2 players ever, but let's see what they got. Evie is not a newcomer. I wouldn't say Noxtricity is a newcomer either. They're both very talented players. Alright, there we go. Let's get started. Eruptodon Jalusa for Dan's side, and Celestian Hunter for Evie. First game, best of 3. Let's get started. Eruptodon is threatening a lot of damage onto Celesting with 2 super effective types of attacks. Same onto Hunter. It could be Soul Burst. Jalusa, very good support mon, is also, as we saw yesterday, very good with Tsunami next to Sponge Dokomori. Hunter immediately swaps off for Eevee, turn 1, into Lachance. Any fire moves will be doing a ton to this Lachance. Range attacks, lowered for both sides, for both of Dan's Lumions, but Eevee immediately Soul Bursts into Stellar Time Celesting. First time we're seeing it on stream. Didn't see it at all yesterday for day 1, but Eevee has decided it's time for Stellar Time. Let's see it. Opposing team is dazzled, and the Soul Burst from Dan's side as well. Turn 1, double Soul Burst. It's gonna be crazy. Magma Dire erupted on for Dan's side of the field. Celesting sets up Peace of Mind. Now that both sides of both opponents. Ooh. Flash and Flea's immune. Lashent is immune to that Flash and Flea. Big damage from Eruptodon into Lashent. So it prevents the Jalusa from swapping out. That Hellstorm knocks out Lashent, getting rid of its soul move immediately. Celesting lives though because of the dropped ranged attack and the ranged defense boost that I just got. And here is Violana, my goat. Pretty good turn for Eevee, lowering the ranged attack of both of the opposing foes. And letting Celesting get set up while being almost entirely unpunished. Free Peace of Mind. And both opposing opponents do not have a lowered stage of ranged attack. If Jalusa wants to use a Flash and Flee, it's gonna do minimal damage. But for its troubles, Lashent has been knocked out. Celesting uses its Soul Boom, Miracle Beam, decent damage to Eruptodon. Flash and Flee does connect into Violana, Jalusa does pivot out. Let's see what Dan goes into. Noxtricity withdrew Jalusa into Whipple Drift. This does set up the wind. This does set up the wind with its ability. Eruptodon uses Landslide. Doesn't affect Whipple Drift. Decent damage to both Violana and Celesting. And Violana uses Feral Blast into Celesting, letting it regain health. That's how that works? I genuinely didn't know how that works. Damn. Crazy turn. Playing off of the momentum that Eevee gained on turn 1. Yeah, Pollen Puff. I did not know that. That's really cool. Okay. This Celesting is in amazing position right now. Let's see what Eevee does with it. Violana swaps out back into Hunder already. And Celesting uses Tone Barrier, protecting itself from any moves that this Eruptodon wants to go for. Typhoon. Celesting is protected. Hunder takes barely any damage. Yep, barely any damage. And Landslide goes into Hunder. Celesting is blocked. Whipple Drift is immune. Hunder goes down to the Landslide. Alrighty. Big damage going out. I don't think Eevee wanted Hunter to go down that easily, but Celesting is still safe on the field. Despite everything. Violana enters back onto the field. Eevee is heavily relying on Celesting. But she needs an opening to take advantage of it. Whipple Drift uses Typhoon once again. Big damage to Violana, but just hangs on with a sliver of health. Celesting goes for the Gamma Pulse. Big damage. Eruptodon doesn't take it out. Eruptodon goes for another Landslide. Doesn't affect Whipple Drift. Will take out Violana. So Violana gets to do nothing this turn. Celesting, very low health. Doesn't get to heal up Celesting back to full health with Barrel Blast. Ursul comes out for Eevee. Melee attack for both opponents falls down. Eruptodon probably gonna get KO'd this turn unless Dan does something. Let's see how Dan answers to this threat onto Eruptodon. Eruptodon used Magma Block. Okay, it survives to see another day. Quick Punch fails to take out Eruptodon. And it is also hurt by the Magma Block. Whipple Drift uses Typhoon. Big damage into Ursul. Just barely hangs out. What does this Celesting go for? Metal Blast. And it goes into Whipple Drift, predicting the magma block, not wasting its move. Whipple Drift is brought down super low, and this Eruptodon is once again open to a quick punch from this Ursul. Dan still needs to answer to this threat effectively. It just delayed the inevitable. Ursul is still alive. It will not be able to be taken out by the Typhoon. And Ursul has priority. It is not affected by Whipple Drift's fast speed. Whipple Drift swaps out. Back into Jalusa. And Quick Punch goes into Jalusa. Okay. Did not need to Quick Punch the Eruptodon because Celesting was already faster than the Magma Dyer. Pretty good pivot from Eevee, recognizing that no matter what Dan does, Eruptodon will go down this turn, unless if he gets the second Magma Block. It is worthless to Quick Punch into Eruptodon because Celesting is always faster than it. Using Gamma Pulse is free. Quick Punch goes into Whipple Drift, fails to knock out. Whipple Drift life drains into the Celesting. Let's see how much this does. Fails to take it out. Whipple Drift does recover some HP. Metal Blast into Jalusa. Decent damage. Oh! Big Tsunami KOs everything around Jalusa from Dan. Even the Celesting, even the Ursul, even its own partner Whipple Drift. Leaving. Oh! Big damage. Dan wins game 1 of the semifinals. Oh boy. Wonderful gameplay from both sides of the field. Game 1 goes to Dan. 0-1. If Eevee wants to get to the finals, she's gonna have to play to a game 3. Wonderful plays from both sides of the field. Let's see how Eevee adapts in game 2. That was wonderful. So whoever wins 2, so whoever gets 2 wins goes to the finals, right? Yep. I need to catch my breath, dude. Thank you, Apollo, for just subscribing. I appreciate it. I should move that over just a little bit. Move the subscriber thing just like this corner. That was the best match yet, I think. Well, let's see how they go. They're in team select right now. Got about a minute 30 to pick how they adjust in game 2. I'm loving this. No problem, good. Thank you. Dan only revealed 3 of his Lumions, good lord. Played amazingly, just slowly picking apart Eevee's team. Here we go. Back to it. Eruptodon Dokomori for Dan this time. Nautilus and Celesting for Eevee. This Nautilus has that splitting headache, that move that we didn't really get to see that much in day 1. Big damage from splitting headache if Nautilus gets set up with this paralyzing item. We want to see more of that energy from Dan this game. He locked in. Let's see it again. Turn 1 Soul Burst. This time, Eevee does not Soul Burst her Celesting. Only the Eruptodon is the Soul Burst here. The only thing Soul Bursting here is this Eruptodon. There we go, Magma Dyer Eruptodon. Dokomori dodges, hopefully dodging a Mine-type move from this Nautilus, but Nautilus goes for a Safeguard to avoid any eruptions, soliciting Peace of Minds, letting it survive anything that this Eruptodon wants to go for. And Eruptodon uses Landslide, protecting both Celesting and Nautilus. Dokomori dodges the move, which would have done super effective damage to it otherwise. Nautilus gets the paralysis off. Eevee gets unpunished, turn 1, free peace of mind, and a process on Nautilus. Big damage is on the way for Dan. Dokomori, I'm pretty sure it's weak to mind, right? So splitting headache is super threatening into both sides of the field, honestly. But Dan has preserved his soul move. He hasn't let it go to waste. He didn't let it go to waste in game 1, but with safeguard on the line, he did not let it go to waste this time. Ostracity withdraws Dokomori into Jalusa. Tone Barrier. Celestine protects itself from any attacks. Hellstorm! Amazing! Amazing protect from this Celestine. Does not get hurt at all by this attack. Splitting Headache does huge damage into Eruptodon. This Hellstorm will be chipping away at Nautilus, but Eruptodon is super damaged. Celestine goes unpunished still. Tone Barrier blocks soul moves? Apparently. Nautilus swaps out, preserving it for later, back when Dokomori's back. And in comes Lashent, hoping to drop the range attack of both of the opposing Lumians. And here comes Stellar Chime Celesting, my goats! And here it is. Didn't get to do much in game 1, but hopefully it's willing to pull its weight in game 2. Metal Blast into the Jalusa, decent damage. Deep Freeze into Lashent, decent damage. Let's see what this Eruptodon goes for. Dark Surge. This is gonna be big. Never mind, it wasn't that big actually. Never mind. Celestine remains unpunished. The Soul Burst, boosting up Celestine's range defense stat, letting it live that Dark Surge really well. Eevee correctly adjusting from game 1, recognizing where she went wrong. Whippledrift swaps in, sets up the wind with its Wind Summon ability. Noxtricity withdraws Eruptodon, preserving it, recognizing that it's in danger. Celestine goes for a Tone Barrier, wasted Tone Barrier, wasted protection from both sides of the field, as Noxtricity Dan completely readjusts its the Lumians on the field. Whippledrift dodges to hope. Ooh, it doesn't get to dodge this soul move though with Miracle Beam. It goes into Dokomori, however, and Ice Hammer does get dodged by the Whippledrift, does dodge it. Baneful Bash goes into Celestine, big damage because of his low melee defense. Baneful Bash is a melee attack, right? Yeah. Celestine is being threatened with a KO here. Let's see how Eevee adjusts. Tone Barrier, alright. Dokomori does dodge, protecting itself from being knocked out. Let's see what this... Oh! It goes into the Tone Barrier, leaving this Whippledrift open to an Ice Hammer. But it goes for a Timber Thrash instead. Dokomori dodges it. Null turn. Nothing happens. Okay. Whippledrift is open to dodge again this turn if Lashent wants to go for an Ice Hammer that is quad effective against this Whippledrift. Null turn, yeah. Whippledrift doesn't dodge, however, goes for a Typhoon, fails to pick up the knockout on Celestine. Celestine goes for the Metal Blast. Big damage to Dokomori, knocks it out. Let's see what this Lashent goes for. Ice Hammer into Whippledrift, and it gets the double KO. Whippledrift goes down. Dokomori goes down. Big turn for Eevee. Big turn for Eevee. I did forget to update pairing, so Dan, it says that Dan has 1 win now. Zulong and Julissa comes out for Dan. First time we're seeing more than 3 Lumions for Dan's side of the field. Closing real Lodo, yeah. And Zulong is fast. Let's see how this plays out. Lachien swaps out, hoping to lower the range attack of the opposing Lumions later. Nalta comes back in. Tone Barrier protects Celesting one more time. Zulong's Typhoon doesn't go into Celesting. Does decent damage to Nalta, like not too much. Gamma Pulse fails to KO Celesting. Almost knocks out Nalta, but it is back. It has the paralysis. It has the ability to go for some crazy damage here. Oh yeah, I forgot to update slash tourney, sorry. I updated that. Nalta swaps back out into Lachien, lowering the range attack of Zulong and Julissa. Celesting does get to move here. Gamma Pulse. Get some last minute damage into this. Oh, crit on Julissa. Even though it was not very effective, super effective on Zulong due to its ancient typing. Zulong goes down before it gets to use a move. Gamma Pulse probably takes out Celesting here, right? It doesn't even take it out thanks to the lowered range attack. Lachien is unaffected by the Gamma Pulse and Celesting lives to see another day. Eevee has preserved this Celesting amazingly. She knows her calc, she knows how to keep it alive. It is alive with a sliver of a health. And she gets to use one more attack as she is faster than the Eruptodon and the Julissa on the opposing side of the field. This will be going to a game 3 unless she froze. She protects Celesting one more time. Try to get some extra damage for both. She protects Celesting and Lachien. This Tone Barrier will be hurting Julissa. Landslide will also, almost took out its own Julissa, and both Celesting and Lachien are protected due to their protections, protecting moves. Amazing protects almost takes out their own Julissa. It is like a sitting duck right now. Dan can't do anything with it. If it had at least knocked its own Julissa partner out, maybe it could have swapped out to something better. Swaps Lachien out for Violana. Gamma Pulse, big damage, double KO. Is that game? That's game. Oh. Wonderful game 2. We're going to a game 3 immediately in this tournament. This is crazy. Wonderful playing from both sides of the field. This was wonderful to watch. We're going to a game 3, y'all. Can Dan adjust to how prepared Eevee is? Celesting, she just completely leaves Celesting as protected as possible. Does not let it go down. Chat's rooting for both sides of the board. Let's see how this plays out. This is for a spot in the finals for a chance to win 400 tokens and the winner of my first tournament ever hosted. Let's see how it goes. Celesting Staying Alive was so clutch. I don't know what to root for, but I'm new here. Let's see. One last round. Ooh, Umbrat and Eruptodon for Dan. Celesting and Lachien for Eevee. First time we're seeing Umbrat in this match. Let's see what it could do. He brought the Umbrat. He brought it. It is very threatening into the Celesting. Erupted on turn 1 Soul Burst as the last two games have gone. This Umbrat is super scary into the Celesting because if Celesting Soul Bursts, it will be super weak to this Umbrat. Its melee defenses will go all the way down, and it is weak to Dark Umbrat's typing. So it is being threatened to not Soul Burst. Celesting goes for the Tone Barrier to scout out what Dan wants to go for. Same with Lachant. Briar blocks. Eruptodon wastes the Hellstorm. The Soul move is eaten up by these Briar blocks and Tone Barriers. Same with Umbrat's move. Baiting Dan into wasting the Soul move. You don't want to waste those Soul moves. Crazy misplay. Let's see how Dan adjusts. It's not over for him just yet because that's at turn 1. Celesting is still being present here, which is why it wants to swap out into your Soul, lowering the melee attack of this Umbrat, who is being so pesky towards the Celesting. Eruptodon goes for the Fire Breath. Super effective into Lachant. Immediately just knocks it out. Bye-bye, Lachant. And Umbrat goes for the Drudge, sets up, neutralizing out the attack drop that your Soul put on it. But now it is also faster. Violana comes in, here to support, I think. Big kill for Dan, he might be back in this. Dan might be back in this. Umbrat withdraws, nullifying the speed boost. Whipple Drift comes in, sets up the wind. And Ursul goes for the Vital Jab. Because, okay, Ursul was threatening the Umbrat. Fire Breath goes into Ursul, decent damage. Hoping for a burn maybe. Peace of Mind goes into Violana. It sets up. It's not here for support, it's here to do damage. That too, Claire. This Typhoon from Whipple will hurt. This Typhoon from Whipple Drift is gonna be nasty. It could be a double KO if it crits on Violana. It did boost its range attacks, range defense just now with that Peace of Mind. So let's see how it works out. Let's see how it works out. It only dies to Typhoon if it is a critical hit. Your Soul does swap out? Celesting, I presume? No, not select. Okay. Noxtricity withdraws Eruptodon into Zulong. Okay. Double Typhoon from the opposing side of the field. Violana doesn't die. Ooh, rejuvenates back to full. Typhoon takes above half actually. If not, it gets some free paralysis up. So it is threatening so much damage with Splitting Headache. Let's see how it works out. But with Zulong on the field, with Wind on the field, Dan is threatening double Typhoons. But he is very scared of this Nautilus. This Nautilus needs to die. Whipple Drift swaps out. Let's see what the Zulong goes for. Jalusa comes in. Nautilus swaps out. Okay, ridding. Well, not ridding his paralysis yet, but Elemental Burst into Celesting. Okay, no Typhoon. Stratagem into Jalusa. Middling damage. Pardon me, middling damage. I need to drink water. Good predict from Eevee. This could go either way. This could go either way. Celesting Soul Burst! Soul Chime! 3 games out of 3! Soul Burst in this match! in facing two ranged attackers. It's Soul Burst, gets that extra damage, boosts his ranged defense stat way up. It is now very much scared of Umbrat, but it has the potential to do some crazy work here. Engulfing does get rid of the paralysis on not select, but if it swaps back in ever, the paralysis will just come back, so it's fine. Miracle Beam into the Zulong. Oko's it. That Zulong was threatening crazy damage. Let's see what this Jalissa goes for. Deep Freeze. Alright. Decent damage to Violana. Feral Blast. Heal Celesting back up. Just in the case that Celesting takes some good damage there. And this Celesting is looking amazing. But if this Umbrat comes in here, it's threatening Celesting very much so. Of course, Celesting is protecting itself very well with Tone Barrier. So this Umbrat isn't safe to just immediately Oko it. Let's see how Eevee plays around this Umbrat scare. That was either a speed tie or very smart from Dan. I see. Celesting swaps out, does not want to mess with Umbrat. Brings your soul in, lowering Umbrat's melee attack stat again. If it wants to drudge here, brings it back to neutral. It dodges instead. Doesn't get to dodge that melee attack drop though. Deep Freeze goes into Violana. Doesn't get the KO. Feral Blast. Ooh, Umbrat dodges it. Thanks to the dodge, Umbrat dodges it. Violana probably won't be able to use another Feral Blast. It is not taking that good effectiveness of its Peace of Mind boost. If it just gets one more turn to attack, if Jalissa doesn't KO it, Umbrat will die here. But because of that smart dodge, Jalissa will probably just kill it here. Dan doesn't want to play around at all, so he swaps Umbrat out. Deep Freeze goes into Violana, gets the crit, kills it. One turn too late, crit probably didn't matter. Alright. Violana going down there is rough. Yeah, Celesting is much more worried about Umbrat now. Let's see how this works. That too, no more mesmerizing. Free to use any priority attacks that the opposing team wants to use. Celesting Peace of Minds. Okay. Deep Freeze does negligible damage into your soul. Vile Jab, decent damage interrupted on. Ooh, not that. Just middling damage overall. Jalissa is looking super low. This could still go either way. What turn are we on? I lost track, dude. Gamma Pulse, big Gamma Pulse. Doesn't KO Eruptodon, but does KO Jalissa. Your soul's probably just gonna kill Eruptodon here, and it's gone. Eruptodon's gone. Dan's Soul Burst is gone. Celesting survived the purge, but it still has to worry about this Umbrat. Wind is set back up for this Whipple Drift. A Typhoon into your soul will be massive. Dan says it's your soul's boots. That's what he is gathering from that information. I cannot confirm nor deny. Your soul swaps out into not select, supporting Dan's prediction. Whipple does go for the Typhoon, making it so that your soul can go for an attack next turn, the next time it's on the field. Celesting is protected thanks to the Tone Barrier. Nonselect is paralyzed. This Nonselect needs to put in some work. Umbrat dodges? Alright. And Whipple goes for a Typhoon, not very effective on Celesting. Goes for the Gamma Pulse. Umbrat dodges it, and Whipple Drift is immune to it. Tough turn. Whipple Drift does take the Splitting Headache though, killing it thanks to the paralysis boost that Nonselect has. Splitting headache doubles in power if the user is inflicted with a status ailment, and not select has the paralysis orb. So this thing goes for the Gamma Pulse here. Almost kills Umbrat. It is pretty much guaranteed to just kill it next, whatever Noxla clicks here, pretty much just guaranteed to kill it. So this thing does go down to the Mega Chomp because of its super low melee defense, and it is weak to Dark, but it does not matter because Eevee pulls out the victory and progresses to the finals. GG's. Ho ho ho. That was an insane game 3, but Eevee pulls out the win. Holy crap. That could have gone either way, literally the entire game, but Eevee found the opening to finally punish Umbrat. It could not do, sadly she couldn't deal with it with her Violana, but she was able to take it out thanks to her well positioning. Amazing set indeed. That turn 1 misplay was also rough, getting rid of Hellstorm immediately. What am I doing? Where am I? There I am. There I am. There I am. That was crazy. I'm out of breath, dude. So yeah, if we go to the bracket now, I can put in here. Oh wait, I forgot to start the tournament, right? Okay. I forgot to start the tournament. Dan won 1, Eevee won 2. Eevee wins, takes a set to finals. That team is awesome. Do I love this team? You played amazingly, Dan. GG's. That is going to be a battle to look back on. Amazing. Great. Just amazing. I just got here. I can't believe Dan lost. He's gonna die now. That was an amazing game. I'm having so much fun. Yeah, Umbrat. I feel like Umbrat was like the main reason why Dan could have won there. If Umbrat came to game 2, it might have won. Honestly. Now that Dan is eliminated, we can just look at his team if we want. It was Luxor. Oh right, because of game 2. Dan can talk about the team if he wants. Now it's time for Doot and West's game. Thanks for returning. You played amazingly, Dan. GG's. I need people to host more tourneys because they are fun. I will try to host more if I can. All right. Competitive, 50 all, double, yes, allow, invite only. Yep, looks good. Yes, dudes. And this is Wes. Alright. Here we go. Not starting immediately. I need to set some things up. We're back to null semifinals. 0-0. Let me also update /pairing. It's going to be Miss Doot 0 versus West 0. I think we're ready to start, right? Are we? I think we are. Let's hit it. Alright, they're in team select. Ooh. That's fun. That's really fun. I'm gonna look back on this stream very fondly. But I need to drink water. This is going to be West's first time on stream. Every other player that's in the finals has appeared. Every single other player in Top Cut has appeared on stream once before. West is the only one that hasn't. So this is going to be my first time seeing his performance personally. I'm pretty sure it isn't Stan. Which is kind of disappointing, but it's fine. Alright. Here we go. For West, Somata and Oxydrake. For Miss Doot, you Typhoon and Chienta. Ooh, adorable. Ooh, adorable. Somata, as a pre-evolved Lumion, it has adorable. Lowers the defenses of Chienta and U Typhoon. Chienta's Wind Globe immediately activates the wind for U Typhoon. U Typhoon is immediately threatening tons of damage here. Bring Somata. Somata is gonna be goated here, I can tell. It also has access to bait, that's true. Pre-evolved Lumions are crazy. Chienta swaps out. Its item has been nullified. Diborg comes in. U-Typhoon uses Ruffled Feathers to protect itself. Somata uses bait, but no attacks were used this turn. Oxydrake, Banes of Haste, allowing it to flip the speed turn. Orders. Slowest Lumions, move first. Typhoon swaps out in the face of Bane of Haste. Whippledrift comes in. Diborg provokes. Somata cannot use bait anymore. Oxydrake uses Primal Slash into Whippledrift. Great swap, making sure that U-Typhoon cannot take that super effective ancient damage. Yeah, turning Dude's Wind against her. Dude needs to stall out this Bane of Haste. First two turns have already been wasted. Let's see how she stalled out the rest. Players are thinking hard about their decisions. Somata withdraws because it was provoked. Can't really do much. In comes Terradescent. Diborg dodges this turn. Whippledrift dodges. Double dodge. Alright. Free swap in for West. But Oxydrake's Primal Slash does nothing. Nullifies another turn of Bane of Haste. 2 left. This music is fire. Yep. It's Suden. Players are thinking hard about the decisions. Dawdle. Oh! Mesmerizing on Terradescent coming clutch. Primal Slash does negligible damage to Whippledrift. the attack that Terra doesn't use, decent damage to Dyborg, and Oxydrake takes very little from that plant move. Dottle fails because of Terradescent's mesmerizing. Dyborg's main tech Dottle that hits both opposing opponents fails. Dude needs to swap out Dyborg. Also, hey Moji, hello. Gotta clutch up from this. Which was lurking. Whippledrift dodges, Dyborg stays in. Primal Slash goes into Whippledrift's dodge. Dyborg goes for the Baneful Bash, decent damage into Oxydrake. Hyper Sting goes into Dyborg. Bane of Curse has officially ended. So has Window. I was late, I was eating dinner. It's okay, it's okay. You can watch the VOD later if you want to watch the first semifinals. It was crazy, you gotta watch it. Dude has successfully stalled out Bane of Haste. Let's see how she can use it effectively. Oxydrake can always hit it back up though. There are mind games, yes. Terradescent can also set it up. True, true. Oxydrake swaps out into Billaforge, sets up the heat. Because Whippledrift, because there's no way to set Wind back up. Whippledrift does not have Wind Summon. But it does have Kill Force, and it immediately sets up the Gust, the strong Gusts after Billaforge swaps in. Negligible damage into Terradescent because it uses that turn to set up. Alright, Heat Summon is nullified. Great call from Dudes. Setting up the Wind back up. Setting the Wind back up in the face of no Bane of Haste. Paint Shower, yeah. This Dyborg does have Paint Shower, we saw it yesterday, but it goes for Dodge instead. Terradescent goes for a second Drudge, looking super terrifying now. Whippledrift goes for a Typhoon. Big damage into both opponents. Super effective into the Billaforge. Let's see what it goes for. Kindled Rage, but Dyborg dodges it. Crazy, crazy. Let's. Dude has put such a big foot forward. She needs to take advantage of this advantage that she's gotten. She has the opportunity to do it. Let's see how West adapts. Terradescent goes for a Parasitize, recovering HP from this Whippledrift and knocking out the Whippledrift. Because Terradescent is now faster, Whippledrift does not go first, even with the Wind. Baneful Bash does fail to KO the opponent, and Kindled Rage takes out Dyborg. West is back into this game. Double KO for West. This is gonna be rough for Dudes, but U-Typhoon is in the wins now. She has successfully gotten U-Typhoon into the field with Wind up. U-Typhoon is threatening damage. Billaforge, it is threatening damage on this Billaforge. West still needs to adapt. It is not over for his troubles yet. Bane of Haste is not up right now. Get your tail out of the camera, U-Typhoon. Terra does have 2 Drudges though, yes, correct. So it is likely faster than Chienta and U-Typhoon, probably. Are you gonna do one of these before U2 Season 2? Probably, definitely, yes. I'll definitely try to at least. Ruffled Feathers protecting U-Typhoon this turn. Interesting. Hyper Sting fails into U-Typhoon's protect. Radiant Rush. Billforge dodges it! Billforge goes for the Steel Crusher. Chianta dodges it! What is happening? Double miss on this turn. That would have been huge had Chianta missed, but Billforge not missed. But both of them missed. So they're in a similar board state this turn, except U-Typhoon is still being threatened now that it has wasted its Ruffled Feathers. Nothing happens. Nothing ever happens. This is just game 1, by the way. Pterodactyl probably doesn't have enough energy. Oh, true! I completely forgot about energy. Because of Pterodactyl's low energy, now it probably doesn't have enough to properly threaten U-Typhoon with a Hyper Sting. Meaning U-Typhoon does have free reign to go for a big air damage. To go for some big air damage. That miss might have been game-changing. Billforge swaps out in the face of U-Typhoon's threats. Samada comes in. The frames are struggling right now. Melee defense falls for both of these Lumians on Dude's side of the field. Pterodactyl waits out this turn. Energy regained. Let's see what this U-Typhoon does. Nosedive into the Samada. Big damage. Let's see what this Chianta does. Radiant Rush into Pterodactyl. Nothing happens, but West survives. Wind goes down, and now West is now back into the game, preserving that Billforge. It can set Heat Summon back up the next time it enters into the field. It just has to take care of this stupid U-Typhoon. But Pterodactyl has enough energy, and it is faster than U-Typhoon now. U-Typhoon is being threatened with a KO. West can clutch this game up. Ruffled Feathers lives to protects itself from another turn, but Parasitize goes into Chianta. Big damage, doesn't kill it, but Pterodactyl recovers a ton of health. Mega Punch goes into the Samada, does not kill. Samada dissipates, probably to bring Billforge back in. Big turns here. Oh, Pronsu comes in. Okay, first time we're seeing that here. Let's see what Pronsu does. Billforge can't effectively come back in before U-Typhoon goes out, so that is true. U-Typhoon needs to die before Billforge can come in. And now with this Pterodactyl recovered so much HP, Dude needs to kill this Pterodactyl before she can effectively start using U-Typhoon to its fullest potential. Welcome, Jay. Welcome. We're in the second semifinals round. You should go back and watch the previous ones later. The first game was amazing. But here we are in game 1 of the second semifinals, and it is going down. How many turns are we in? Probably over 20. Goes for the double Ruffled Feathers, right? Oh! Chianta's Mesmerizing blocks the blocks the Preemptive Strike. U-Typhoon is protected by the Ruffled Feathers. Mega Punch goes into Pterodactyl. Decent damage, but Pterodactyl is back to null energy. U-Typhoon has an opening here to go for some big damage. Pterodactyl goes for the rest. This could be big. Chianta goes for the teamwork. U-Typhoon needs to do some big damage here. Pterodactyl heals up back to full. Nosedive into Pterodactyl. Oh, big damage, but does not get the knockout, and Pterodactyl has a ton of energy now. It has properly been able to set up that move from Pronto, healing it back up. It has a ton of energy. It was back to full health. Even with the rest defense lowering, it was not able to get the knockout, even with the teamwork boost. West is back in this. He is taking care of this Pterodactyl amazingly. Ruffled Feathers protects U-Typhoon once again. Parasitize Goes into Chianta, just kills it. Bye-bye, Chianta. Whatever Pronsu does here, if it goes into the U-Typhoon, it does nothing, but it goes into Terradescent, healing it up. And now, Miss Deuce is back to where she was a couple turns ago, except she doesn't have her Chianta. Here comes Gargulum, which is actually a Gargulum attack, but for some reason it's bugged. It is a Gargulum attack, I can tell you. West did read it like a book, yes. Hyper Sting finally connects into U-Typhoon after, I gotta say, like 10 turns of trying to set that up. Crazy. Jesus Christ. Double KO. I couldn't even read the name of that move that Pronto used. Kills Gargulum attack before it can even do anything. And Dude loses game 1. Oh my god. That was insane. I'm out of breath, dude. Holy crap. West has been setting up that Hyper Sting for like almost, it's gotta be like 10 turns that he was like trying to get an opening to use Hyper Sting effectively. Finally he got it, and in the same turn he got a double KO. Killing Dude's restricted instantly. Alright, they're in Team Select now. It's time for game 2. Can Dudes pull off the clutch like Eevee did in the first semifinals, losing game 1, then winning game 2 and 3? Let's see if Dudes can pull it off. Like LeBron in the last 5 turns, honestly. Terradescent was pulling in some crazy work, acting like a restricted dude. Holy crap. I'm genuinely out of breath. The Guilford on Billford swapping in was peak cinema. That was really cool. West didn't even need Billforge to take out, to win that game though. It probably couldn't have done much in the face of a Gargulum attack and a U-Typhoon though. So maybe West switches it up next turn. Next game, I mean. Bringing in something else instead of Billforge. We'll see. Okay. That music, the Petra theme takes the ruckus out of me, dude. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, let me update slash pairing really quickly. West 1. Alright, here we go. West brings Billforge back in for another round. Terradescent and Billforge for West. For Dude, it's a Hoganosh and a Gargulum attack. Alright. Hoganosh is scary in the face of heat because it is a fire type. So this is one way that Deuce is adjusting. Using her Hoganosh, bringing it instead of U-Typhoon. This is probably an alternate mode that the team has. Pronto and Garg HP ties. It's just it's a visual issue. I'm being serious. It's a visual issue. It's supposed to be Gargulum attack. It's a weird Dream Team thing. But if they're lying, I can see their team. I have their team on. I have their team. I would know. I haven't even caught my breath after that first game, dude. Billforge withdraws into Pronsu. Alright. Hognosh baits. Okay. Whatever this Terradescent goes for. Landslide. Big damage into Pronsu. Almost KOs it on the swap in. Hognosh goes down low, but its Milkshake recovers it back up. It is not Soul Burst. Hyper Sting brings it low. Gargulum is unbothered on this turn. But Pronsu did live that landslide. It can go for some crazy damage on this turn. It's not Soul Burst, apparently. How are making me enjoy watching PvP comments? This is madness. Because it's doubles. Doubles is awesome. It is slow burst. It has a milkshake. It had a milkshake. It could go for bait again to survive whatever water move this Pronsu wants to go for. Letting Gargoyle go for another landslide. Probably getting Terra distance super low and killing Pronsu in the process. It goes for preemptive strike into Gargoyle. Does not get to go for a landslide this turn. Hognosh's bait is wasted. Gargoyle flinches and Terradescent goes for the Hyper Sting into Hognosh, killing it. Gargoyle cannot go for another landslide this turn. Terradescent's health amulet is healing it up even more. Good play from West. Whippledrift comes in, ridding the heat that West set up. Gargoyle attack does outspeed now thanks to the wind. Let's see how this goes. Typhoon plus landslide is just like crazy, but it's also like pretty much guaranteed. So it's up to West to see how to play around it. I love this arcade background. It's so cool. Plushkin in the background. Let's see how West plays around this. Withdrawing Pronsu, preserving it for when there is no air. So Mata comes in, lowers the melee defense of both of these Lumians on Dude's side of the field. Landslide goes into everything on the field. Takes big damage into Terradescent, decent damage into Somata. Typhoon kills Terradescent, slaughters it, annihilates it. Somata was a great switch in, so that Pronsu doesn't die, lives to see another day, but Terradescent doesn't get to go for a move here. However, Oxydrake is on the field now. If it goes for a Bane of Haste, it is over, because wind is up, speed is, they're faster now, so that means it's pretty much guaranteed that Oxydrake goes first every single turn. Dudes needs to prevent this Bane of Haste from going up. Does Somata have safeguard? I don't think we saw it last game, so we'll see. Maybe it does. If it has safeguard, Bane of Haste is pretty much guaranteed. Dude needs to play around safeguard. Somata doesn't? Okay, then there's nothing to play around. That was on the list, but we come to Jamie, not to give it safeguard. I see. It's coming to play here. Gargoyle swaps out. Okay, and Moriel comes in. I see. Somata dodges. And Oxydrake, what does Oxydrake do? Barely anything to Oxydrake. Bane of Haste is set up. Okay. Did not effectively stop Bane of Haste from going up. And Dude is on a back foot now. Moriel, wait, hold on. I didn't even recognize that. Moriel is on the field, you're right. Moriel is on the field now, though, to take advantage of Bane of Haste. Set up Bane of Haste for that Moriel. It might just gobble up West team like a snack. Like a snack. I didn't even register that Moriel was coming in. My bad. I was focused on stopping Bane of Haste. Didn't think about taking advantage of Bane of Haste. Primal Slash goes into Purple Drift, not that much damage. Moriel's move goes into Oxydrake, pretty good damage too. Plant move, kills Somata, bye bye. Punishing that Bane of Haste that West set up. Billaforge comes in, Whippledrift is no longer benefited by the wind, but Bane of Haste is still up. Let's see how Moriel takes advantage of it. It is weak to this Billaforge's fire moves. Both Lumians on Dude's side of the field is weak to fire. Let's see how Dude acknowledges it. Dude needs to play to a game 3. She needs to play to a game 3. It is pretty crazy. It can heal Whipple Drift back up if it needs. This Billforge is pressing a ton of damage though. Let's see how Dude answers. Whipple Drift dodges! And Moriel! Oh, Billforge is faster thanks to Kindled Rage. Doesn't kill Moriel. Whipple Drift dodges the move. Shadow Lurk goes into Oxdrake. Fails the KO. Primal Slash goes into Moriel. Doesn't kill! Oh, okay. So, next turn, it is pretty much all but guaranteed that Moriel will die thanks to Billforge's move. Let's see how Dude responds to that threat. Demon Trick Room stall, yeah. I wish we could see that from this. Ooh, Wind Globe gets activated, getting rid of Billforge's thing. Boiling Press goes into Shienta, doesn't KO the Moriel, lets it survive. Whipple Drift does go down for its troubles though. Wind Globe is huge in that situation. Moriel comes back in. Shienta. And see what Shienta does to stop this Billforge from killing Moriel on the spot. They're both playing amazing here. What's just slowly ticking apart Dude's team. Bane of Haste ends next turn, yes. Ends next turn. We might see a double dodge. Let's see. Oxydrake goes for the dodge, letting it live past Bane of Haste. Steel Crusher goes into Shienta, kills it! But now that Bane of Haste is over after this turn, okay, Shadow Lord goes into Billforge, so predicts that Oxydrake could dodge there. But now that Bane of Haste is over, Gargoyle Attack has free reign to come in and wreak havoc! Havoc! Now that Oxydrake has wasted its dodge, Landslide is gonna be crazy here! Shadow Lord ignores dodge anyways. Oh right, I forgot about that. Does Wes have Prio in the back? It has. He has Prio. He has kept his Pronsu in the back. It has not died yet. I'm pretty sure. Let's see what this Garg does. Chance's attack might have been a choke. We'll see. I mean, Dude does lose mesmerizing, but Dude does lose mesmerizing, but she is threatening so much damage right now. Let's see how it plays out. Oxydrake dodges. Shadow Lord probably goes into Oxydrake, right? Landslide, big damage, kills Moriel and Billforge. All right, Moriel does not get to go for a Shadow Lord. But Billforge is gone. Oxydrake lives to see another day. It could just die next turn though. We'll see. Was that a double dodge? Garg won't outspeed the Pronsu because there's no wind left. It's a speed tie now. It's a speed tie between Pronsu and Gargolem. Gargolem, okay. Preemptive Strike. Okay. Gargolem flinches. Big damage. Oh my god, but next turn, Dude needs, this is coming down to a speed tie. If Dude lands this landslide, before Pronsu can move, let's see, let's go! Dude gets the hit, the landslide, critical hit for some, critical hit for good measure. Pronsu and Oxydrake goes down! And Dude takes game 2. Oh my god. Oh my god. Played to a game 3. Played expertly. That's why Dude is in the finals. The semifinals, I should say. That's why she made it here. She played to her out and she flipped the coin and she got heads. Wonderfully played from both sides of the field. Wonderfully played from both sides of the field. I am out of breath. Let me update / pairing. Oh my god. That was insane. That was truthfully insane. Dodge Flow would have killed it. That's true. That is true, actually. Maybe it would have, like, just barely not killed. We'll see. Oh, but dodge has priority, right? Fumble from West. That is amazing. Flip the coin and won. Let's see how West adapts. Let's see how West adapts. We're going to a second game 3 of the day. Dude versus Eevee, rematch of the century, dude. Rematch of the century. Every outcome here will be a rematch for Eevee because what Eevee has played both Dan, Doots, and West. Can we do this every week? I don't have the time to do this every week. I'd love to, but I just don't have the time. I do want to do this more often though. This is awesome. Alright. Oop. Wrong button. Here we go. Gyarados and Oxydrake for West. Hoganosh and Gargolem for Dude. Same leads as last game. For Dude at least. I think monthly might be good. Verify. Oxydrake dodges on turn 1. Okay. Hoganosh goes for the bait to eat up this Hyper Stings. And Gargolem goes for the Rogue Assault into the dodge. Okay. Hyper Sting goes into Hoganosh. Does... Ooh, crit definitely mattered there to trigger the Milkshake. Might not be preferable for West because otherwise, the Milkshake would not have been triggered. But Landslide has not been clicked. Milkshake is activated. Hoganosh can live another move. It can just click bait, spam bait all the time, and Gargolem will go unpunished. They send out Plasmoth. Okay, first time we're seeing it here. Thunder is set up. Let's see what this Gargolem goes for. Baited again, so Gargolem survives the turn. Rogue Assault into Plasmoth. Goes it with a critical hit. Amazing turn. Melee defenses do go down, but this Hyper Sting from Terra Distance will be redirected into the Hoganosh. But Terra Distance doesn't go for it. It goes for the Drudge instead, taking advantage of the fact that Hoganosh is definitely going to click bait. Amazing turn. Pronto goes in here, has access to Preemptive Strike, does have bait on Hoganosh to redirect the Preemptive Strike. Let's see what it goes for. Oh boy. Bait again. This is definitely going to be Preemptive Strike into Hoganosh, right? It is not. Predicting the bait, letting Pronto do something else instead. Second Drudge. Shell Sharp now. Doesn't kill Hoganosh. Doesn't kill Hoganosh. Gargolem has attack. Has the... It almost just kills Terra Distance. A Landslide next turn will be massive because Hoganosh not only does it not die, it can bait next turn. If Terra Distance just drudges again, guess what happens? The Hyper Sting will... I guess it will go into Gargolem next turn if Pronto is faster and goes in... its attack goes into Hoganosh. Let's see what happens. Preemptive has +3, bait has +2. It does? I thought it would be the same as Pokemon where the redirecting move has more priority. Dude plays around it. Okay. Moriel goes instead. Hognosh dodges. Okay, let's see what they go for. Teradescent hyper sings into Hognosh. Didn't even need the redirection. Was targeting into it anyways. Teradescent gets healed all the way back up thanks to that Feral Blast though. Rough turn. But Moriel is on the field with thunderstorms on. This could be scary. It's another 50-50. Hognosh baits. Okay. Teradescent's Parasitize goes into Hognosh, barely healing it up. Pronsu does have his defenses lowered. Whatever Moriel goes for here is going to be insane. Shell Sharp now does not kill Moriel. Defense is lowered even further. This could be huge. Shadow Lurk. But it goes into Teradescent. That was definitely the more threatening member though. So that is a good turn. It doesn't kill Teradescent! It doesn't kill Teradescent! It doesn't kill Teradescent! It doesn't kill Teradescent! It survived with a sliver of health! Blooming Legacy's new health models! It lived! It lived! This is insane! Pronsu goes unpunished. Its defenses are double lowered, but it goes unpunished. An attack into Pronsu would have been huge in my opinion. Teradescent lives. Teradescent lives. Dude needs to take advantage of the fact that Teradescent is super low. Wibble Drift is fast now. Teradescent I think still might be faster though. Yeah, it can't jolt because of mesmerizing. Let's see how they play around it. Pronsu swaps out to reset the defenses. Teradescent's sitting duck. I mean, it parasitized. Okay, it's gonna heal a ton from this. Let's see what Whipple Drift does. Okay, actually it didn't heal that much. Whipple Drift has free reign to just kill this Teradescent. Nature's Force into Oxydrake. Okay. Okay. Okay, never mind. Typhoon there would have been crazy, I'm gonna be honest. But Terra is out of energy. So this next turn, dude has free reign. Gargle him. This turn, West, he can't really do anything. And dude, she has free reign to click Typhoon and Landslide. And it's just gonna kill anything. West needs to play around that. Teradescent dodges, okay, using up the rest of his thing. Rogue Assault goes into Oxydrake, kills it. Cinema. This is game 3. We are seeing it played to the end. Teradescent has 0 energy left. West can flail here, but it's not gonna do much to Whipple Drift or Gargle them. West is on the back foot here, but he does have access to Preemptive Strike. Not only did he get rid of the defense drops, he also reset Preemptive Strike, turning it back online, letting it disrupt the battle once more. Let's see who it goes into. Teradescent goes down to rest. Dude needs to have doubled into Teradescent here. Pronsu doesn't go for Preemptive Strike though, and it just kills Teradescent. Okay, never mind. And the Typhoon kills Pronsu. Okay. I feel like Preemptive was free there, but okay then. Dude is back in this game. The wind is reset with heat. And that is West's last Lumion. Billaforge against a Whipple Drift and a Gargolem, 2 air types. I think dude just wins this though. I think dude just wins this. Let's see how it goes. It's supposed to rematch now. She plays it safe, brings in Chienta to get rid of the heat summon. Typhoon goes into Bill of Forge. Doesn't actually Oko it. So West does have a turn here to Kindled Rage, Chienta. But thanks to no Heat Summon, it does not kill Chienta. And this pretty much solidifies Dude's place in the... Okay. And this solidifies Dude's place in the finals versus Eevee. What a wonderful match. Oh my god, Cinema. Oh my god, Cinema. That throw from that throw in game 3 solidified Dude's place in the finals. She pulled it through like Eevee, losing game 1 but pulling it through game 2 and 3, bringing her to the finals versus Eevee. Wonderfully played from both West and Dude. Wonderful job. Oh my god. Alright. Can we take a break? Yeah, let's take like a little bit of a break, I think. Is that fair? Is that fair to take a little bit of a break? This rematch was destined. The same match that we played last... it's the same match that we played last stream. It's our last match. This time it's a best of 3. Yeah, okay, break. Sounds good. We'll have a 10-15 minute break. I have to reorganize my thoughts and focus. Alright. Oh, boy. What a wonderful match. I loved every second of that. Dude had 2 spread moves for Terry, yeah. Yeah, West played really well too. It really could have gone either way. Stay optimistic, dude. You got this. Come on. You played amazingly, and you solidified your place as at least 2nd place. Try to bring it back to 1st. Come on. Versus Eevee Starfall. This is gonna be one hell of a finals. Can see everyone's team in downtime. You know what? Sure. Are we fine with that? I mean, are we fine with that? Let me also update this to say finals. That's so exciting, dude. So I have everyone's team here. Noxtricity, Red Hero, Miss Dude. You can see here it is an attack Gargolem. Dude, Whisper, West. I don't know why I didn't put Turning after this. Bird Tuxedo, Shinies, Natgar, Shiny F00, Ultra Vapor, Eevee, Gray, and Ocean Dash. This is everyone's teams. Some people didn't even bring like restricted, so I'm pretty sure this is Deku Burst. Can we get a graphic showing the finalist mons? If I had time to set that up, I would have done that, but I don't have time to set that up. Sorry. Eevee and Dude, when you're both ready. Quick do a Canva thing. Eevee and Dude, when you're both ready. Actually, maybe I could like put like a... Ooh, wait, hold on. Idea. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me quickly, I'm gonna quickly, adjust the name of this team. Eevee Starfall. And then I'll, oops, Dream Team. And I'll also change Miss Doot to, Miss Doot. I'm just making it so it's just their names, and then I could put like a little image of it. I'll screenshot it really quickly. I think the stress got to me. Yeah, when you're stressed out, I mean, I think it's fair to make mistakes like that. So I got a screenshot of like this little image here. Those were crazy matches, honestly. Let me quickly put in image. Can we get a filler match? I don't think my throat's gonna handle that, so I'm gonna be honest. Commentating those two matches, I need to be ready for finals. Evie's team. Where's my screenshots? By the way, fuck Windows 11. I'm gonna be honest. I'm being so real. Okay, here's Evie's team. I guess we could put it in the corner, right? Evie Starfall. And then let me also get Miss Dude's team really quickly. Dude Tourney. Wait, what? Did I actually get her team twice? Wait, hold on. Which one? It's this one, right? This one's... Yeah, this one has Hoganash. Okay. I don't know why I have Dude twice. Wait, is this someone else? That might have been someone else, actually. Red Hero, Miss Dude, Claire. Claire, is this your team? Did I actually name Claire's team Dude's Tourney? My team is Nemesis. Okay, I don't know why I called it Dude. let me just quickly change that. Claire. Oh, okay. Okay, whatever. It's it'll be fine. It'll be fine. That's really funny, by the way. Okay, now let me put a second image in. Here we go. Let me make it the same size really quickly too. Alright. Is this good? Keep your throat alive, Purple, trust me. This is gonna be a crazy match. Is this good? Let me also move where should I put this? In the center. I'll put it in the center. How's this? How is this? I think this is good, right? Sunoku is reacting. Sunoku. What if I just put Sunoku here instead of Shachi? Poll? Oh, right. I just completely forgot to make polls. Alright. Finals. Who's winning? Sorry, y'all. I forgot to make polls. Evie Starfall. I'm leaning into that, by the way. Miss Dude. Rate my moves? Wonderful. Alright. Alright. I got a ping somewhere. HP. I can't choose between my students. Hope both of them gives us a show. This is gonna be one hell of a show. It's the rematch we've been waiting for. HP will win. Is it fine if I do like a funny speech before we fight? I mean, you could just type it out instead of YouTube chat if you want. Who's HB? Just some person in the community. They DM'd me with something really quickly. No in Roblox chat? Oh. I mean, if you want. I'm not gonna read it. Oh my god. Dude, I'm nervous. I feel my stomach churning, dude. I'm not even playing and I'm nervous. Is it getting tagged? What is this dance? It's my dance. This is so nerve-wracking. Eevee Starfall 0 versus what was it? Misdude. I brain farted for a second. Misdude 0. Let's take it to another game 3. Come on. Let's make it good. When both of y'all are ready, let me know in YouTube chat, Eevee and Misdude, and we'll slowly get started. Let me get a good song really quickly too. I'm ready? Alright. 1 second. I need a good song for this. Same? Alright. Alrighty! I'll invite Eevee first because she is first seed. And once Eevee joins, I'll invite Misdude. Make it music. Make the music epic. Alright. I have an idea. I'm stuck between two different themes. Should we do legendary quartets from Scarlet and Violet, the Ruinous legendaries, or should we do champion Kieran? Champion Kieran as in from the DLC. Yeah, no ZA stuff. It's still spoiler territory. Ruin? Alright. I like Kieran's team a lot, but we could do Ruin. Kieran? Okay, wait, there's 2 people saying Ruin, 2 people saying Kieran. Which one? Sorry, I didn't join earlier, I was streaming. Well, you made it in time for the finals! It's finals time! Ruin? Okay, Ruin or... Okay, Missy, you can also, you can ready up now. Also, welcome, Joshua. Nice to see you here. Game, best of 3. We're doing a best of 3 finals. You missed some insane games. Why not Terrapagos? These 2 I think are the best choices. Ruin or Kieran? I don't know if it's his doubles though. Yeah, Mochi and yeah, 2 big people here. Let's go. I'll do Ruinous first, and then I'll do Kieran next. And if we get to a game 3, I'll do something else. I'll just pick it last. This is gonna be peak. Alright, here we go. For Doots, Hoganash and Typhoon. And for Eevee, Krakaloa and Hunder. Here we go. Krakaloa being threatened by Doots air types. Good luck, have fun, y'all. Is there gonna be a third, fourth place game? Probably not. I think it'll just be like based on seed. Krakaloa Magma blocks to, you know, not get killed. Hoganash baits. Alright. Let's see what Typhoon goes for. Hunder provokes. Hoganash can't bait anymore. Alright. That was his main purpose in the last two games. Typhoon goes for a nosedive, but Krakaloa blocks with the Magma block. Takes some damage for its troubles. This is game one. This is game one. Alright. Pretty interesting board state here. He goes for the Soul Burst! Lava Fiend Krakaloa time! Let's see it. Let's see it. Lava Fiend Krakaloa, despite the nosedives from Typhoon, goes for the Soul Burst and sets up the heat. No switches. Ruffled Feathers doesn't do anything this turn. Vistraws goes into Ruffled Feathers, does nothing. Hoganash, Blaze of Glories. Hunder holds on tight thanks to his clutch plushie, and Hoganash will take decent recoil. Let's see what this Krakaloa goes for. Flare Blast into Hoganash, not very effective. Heat is intense. Here we go. Hunder clutches up. Let's see what it does this next turn. Going for a double Ruffled Feathers is risky, so dude's gonna need to play safely around this Hunder, who's risking some crazy damage onto this Hoganash. Also, I just realized I'm covering up some of the things. I'm just gonna put it here. Goes into Moriel, okay, and Magma Block, okay. Vistraws goes into Moriel, not very effective. Hoganash goes for the Baneful Bash into Hunder. Krakaloa is untouched, but didn't need the Magma Block to remain untouched. I'm just gonna make these a little bit smaller. And Eevee sends out Lashent. Alright. Lowering the range attack of both of the opponents. I'm just gonna put it down here, I think. I think down. Wait, no, that's where the text is. Damn it. Okay. Wait. Idea. Lashent goes for the bar block, okay. And Moriel safeguards, okay. So no Blaze of Glory is blocked. Those triggered a Milkshake thanks to the Briar Block. Krakaloa goes for the Flare Blast into Moriel. Doesn't get the KO! One of many lowers the stat drops that that Lashent had put on Moriel. I think I'm gonna do this really quickly. Put this up here. Then put these down here. I think that's good. I like that. What did I miss? Not much. Moriel did almost die to that attack, but Blaze of Glory got blocked by Briar Blast. Hunter got fried. Yes, Hunter got fried. Lashent swaps back out into Nautilect. Alright. This Blaze of Glory goes into Nautilect. Not that much damage. Hogwarts takes some recoil for his troubles. Moriel goes for his Shadow Lurk. Super effective damage into Nautilect. Almost dies into the swap in, but Eruption goes out, kills Moriel. Not very effective on the Hoganash, but Moriel was the more scary one. And now Nautilect has the Paralysis status ailment, powering up its Splitting Headache. This Krakaloa is putting in work. Whippledrift comes in, taking away the heat that Krakaloa was taking advantage of, and replacing it with wind. This Nautilus is being threatened with a KO. This is actually surprisingly equal. Looks like it. Krakaloa remains untouched, however, in all of this. Hognash waits this turn, restores some HP. Nautilus goes for the Safeguard, protecting it from any Typhoons, and Whippledrift goes for the Typhoon! Krakaloa can go for a crazy hit here, Flare Blast! But Whippledrift dodges the attack! Whippledrift dodges the attack! That was a great play from Eevee, but she misses out due to bad luck. That's rough. That is rough. Heat is over. And this Whippledrift is threatening tons of damage. Krakaloa swaps out. Krakaloa swaps out in the face of that. Lowering the range attack of this Whippledrift. And any Typhoons that might want to use. Nautilus goes for another Safeguard. Goes for another Typhoon. Lashent is protected by the Safeguard. Baneful Bash. The Baneful Bash is not protected by Safeguard, however. Brings Lashent back to red with that critical hit. Double Safeguard. That crit was huge. Nautilus swaps out. It's not doing much here. Krakaloa comes in. Heat summons. Heat is back up. Hakanash's base form. Haganash is putting in work. Waits again. Lashent goes for the Briar Block. This Typhoon might hurt. This Typhoon's gonna hurt. Krakaloa, but it misses Krakaloa! It misses the Krakaloa! It misses the Krakaloa! Null turn! Null turn! Lashent swaps out, brings Nautilus back in, maybe to sack it. Krakaloa, it misses Krakaloa a second time! Nautilus goes down, Hognash uses Blaze of Glory. Decent damage, Hognash takes some recoil for his troubles. Krakaloa uses Flare Blast, finally connects onto Whippledrift, kills it, annihilates it. The double Typhoon miss! Krakaloa is unpunished. It goes unpunished. After all of this, Gargolem comes out. Lashent comes out, lowering the range attack of both of these Lumians. Doesn't matter much for Gargolem because that is a Gargolem attack that doesn't look like Gargolem attack because of some glitch. Oh my god. Krakaloa is almost out of energy though. It's gonna have to rest soon. Or wait soon. The -1. I'm losing track of stuff, dude. This is insane. Oh, true. Landslide is rain. Oh, right. Okay. It's so much more fun than watching Salt Infested single battle. So much is happening at once. Leshent swaps out for your soul. Lowering the melee attack of Gargoyle. Just bring it down further. More insult to injury. Hognosh dodges. Let's see what happens here. Gargoyle earthquakes. Hognosh dodges that attack. Big damage onto Krakaloa. Let's see what it goes for. Flare Blast into Gargoyle. Kills it. Nukes it. Bye bye restricted. I don't need you. Krakaloa is putting in so much work, but it is basically dead. Has no energy left. Super low. It is finally being taken down. Big knockout for Eevee. Krakaloa was acting like a restricted here. Air does not resist fire, so it did not die. Neither does Earth. Earth doesn't resist fire either. Lowers the range attack of U-Typhoon and Hognosh. Krakaloa waits out this turn. It might go down here, faces this nosedive, but it goes into Leshent instead. Krakaloa lives to see another day. Okay. Actually, just painful back. Never mind. Okay. Heat remains up. This U-Typhoon's attack is being lowered like crazy. Now with this terrifying drop on top of it, which it definitely cares more about the terrifying drop than the drop that Leshent gave it. Lava Fiend is putting in so much work. Somehow it's still alive, and it has rain to go for another attack if it survives this next attack that it might if it survives this next attack from U-Typhoon. Hognosh uses bait, drawing in any single target hits that this Krakaloa might want to go for. Nosedive goes into Krakaloa this time, kills it. Finally, I know dude is happy about that. For sure, finally. Steel Trap fails to KO Hognosh. It is almost low though. Probably not enough energy to go for another bait. Steel Trap does hurt Hognosh though. It is on a timer. Next turn it is guaranteed to die, even if it doesn't, even if it like survives the turn. Your Soul, oh, Your Soul's the last mon. Survives the nosedive. Let's see what this goes for. Steel Trap onto U-Typhoon. Almost kills it. Guaranteed to die next turn. Let's see what this Hognosh goes for. Doesn't have enough energy. Flails in exhaustion. Doesn't do anything to Your Soul. Dies in response. Let's see. Will the Steel Trap kill? It will kill. Is that it? That's it. Oh my god. What a turnaround! What a turnaround! 1-0 for the third time today. 1-0 for the third time today. What a game! They are in team select now. Oops, oops. Will dudes be able to pull this out to a game 3 like she did in the semifinals? Let's see. They were going bar for bar. On God. And here we go. Finals, game 2, it could end here. U-Typhoon and Hognosh versus Your Soul and Nautilect for Eevee. U-Typhoon once again out on the board, presenting so much damage on Your Soul. Hognosh providing so much support last game. It's back. -1 melee attack, preventing the U-Typhoon from going for super high damage nosedives. Your Soul swaps immediately back out. Leshent? No, it's Krakaloa. Okay, not so good for the dodge. Krakaloa is probably going to survive whatever air move this wants to go for. goes for outburst instead. Nautilus dodges the move. It was super effective, but Nautilus dodges it. Dude, there's a green arrow follower. This was in the trailer. It's not a spoiler. Here we are. Nautilus has this. Nautilus splitting headache is online. Krakaloa. It's threatening so much. It's threatening the same thing it was for game 1. It can just live there, take hits. Rough turn 1, indeed. This is my favorite track from ZA. Krakaloa swaps out though, doesn't soul burst. Brings your soul back out. Hognosh's melee attack drops. U-Typhoon's melee attack drops. Those nosedives are going to be doing nothing. Hognosh baits. Let's see what this U-Typhoon goes for. Nosedive into the Ursoul. Not going to do that much damage thanks to the -2 melee attack. Let's see what this Nautilus goes for. Bane of Haste. Bane of Haste. This Krakaloa is going to be crazy. U-Typhoon immediately swaps out. Dude does not want any of that. Whipple Drift comes out, sets up the wind. Okay. Hognosh baits again. Splitting Headache goes into Hognosh. About a third of its health. Harrow, another third of its health. Milkshake brings it back up to about half. This is insane. I think Eevee set this up amazingly. Incoming Safeguard, yes. Surviving the Typhoons that this Whipple Drift wants to go for. Krakaloa is now on the field with Bane of Haste up. It might be over. But don't count Dude out yet. She ain't at the finals for no reason. Let's see what she's got. This Krakaloa almost definitely gonna Soul Burst here into the GOAT Lava Fiend. So powerful last game without even having Bane of Haste up. Now with Bane of Haste up, it is the fastest thing on the board. Whipple Drift swaps out, don't want none of that. U-Typhoon comes in with those single hit air type damage. And now that its melee attack drops are gone, it can go for super effective full damage nosedives. But Lava Fiend Krakaloa is here. Lava Fiend Krakaloa is here, and it is ready to go for some big hits. Sets up the heats, gets rid of the air boost that Whipple Drift had set up. Meltec rests with this open turn. Hognosh dodges. An eruption comes out. Critical hit on the Hognosh. Thanks to the rest. Does more damage than it would have. It's not very effective on either Lumion though. Dude is trying to stall out Bane of Haste right now, for sure. Definitely wants to try to set up Gargolem and Whipple Drift next to each other to try to outspeed everything on Eevee's side of the board. That is her out right now. She needs to survive 5 turns in Bane of Haste. Krakaloa swaps out. Eevee knows something. And Terrify, okay, drops the nosedive damage even further. Ruffled Feathers protects U-Typhoon from any damage this turn. Also goes for Splitting Headache into U-Typhoon. It is protected by the Ruffled Feathers. Strong Gust is now active. Bane of Haste is now over. Dude has survived, and it is up to her to take advantage of this advantage. Wind is up. Bane of Haste is over. Krakaloa is probably entering back on the field, right? Nautilus is definitely going to set up Bane of Haste here. Wind is no longer up, but she has a turn. Hognosh uses bait, draws in any attacks that this Nautilus might want to go for. Nosedive into the Nautilus, does not get to the KO. And for sure, Bane of Haste goes back up. Alright. Now, Eevee has Krakaloa next to Nuzlocke with Bane of Haste at full 4 turns. The full 4 turns that Bane of Haste can be up at a time. Hognosh goes for the dodge, doesn't want to die next turn. U-Typhoon goes for Ruffle Feathers, double protect. Double protect, survives the turn. Splitting Headache does not connect. Four turns left. I meant 5 earlier. Hognosh goes for the bait to draw in any Splitting Headaches, or the Flare Blast doesn't KO Hognosh. U-Typhoon has an opening. Splitting Headache goes into Hognosh again. That live was necessary. Let's see what this U-Typhoon does. Goes for the nosedive into Krakaloa. About a third of its health. Whipple Drift coming in here will be huge. Let's see what happens here. U-Typhoon is now officially out of energy. Whipple Drift needs to pull its weight. Let's see how Eevee responds to the air threats. U-Typhoon is -1 melee attack. Krakaloa swaps out in the face of a Typhoon. Lachette comes in. Safeguard is super free here. Petrifying lowers the range attack of both U-Typhoon and Whipple Drift. Mainly matters for Whipple Drift though. Whipple Drift dodges instead. Okay, double protect again. And Nuzlocke goes for Splitting Headache. No safeguard. Wind is strong. Alright. Dude needs this Nuzlocke gone. Moriel comes in for Dude. Take advantage of the Bane of Haste with Moriel being very slow. Ice Hammer goes into Moriel, not very effective. Typhoon, not that much damage, makes it minus range attack stats. Bane of Haste is over though. Bane of Haste is over though. Moriel might clutch up here. Let's see, it is weak to fire, which is Krakaloa's main attacking type. But it's got the range here to do some serious damage. Nuzlocke swaps out. Hunder comes in. No more Bane of Haste mode. Whipple Drift goes for the dodge to hopefully avoid any Ice Hammers, but Lachette just goes for a Timber Flash into Moriel. Wasted dodge. Moriel goes for the Shadow Lurk into Hunder. Big damage. Dude is not happy to see Timber Flash go into Moriel. And now next turn, Whipple Drift cannot dodge. At least it has a very unlikely chance of dodging this next Ice Hammer that will probably go into Whipple Drift. Ice Hammer and Blaze Chomp, potentially. If Blaze Chomp comes out here into Moriel, it is probably going to kill. Which is why, and Dude recognizes that Whipple Drift is in a tough spot, which is why she swaps out to U-Typhoon. But Krakaloa comes right back out. Ice Hammer does not activate. Hunder goes for a Chili Chomp into U-Typhoon instead, killing it. But now, because of that, Whipple Drift gets to set Wind back up. And Hunder goes down. Okay. Dude is very happy to see that. Whipple Drift comes back out, gets rid of the Heat Wave once again. Lachette does lower the range attack on both Whipple Drift and Moriel, which is definitely not what you want to see, but Wind is up. Heat Wave is gone. Don't count Dude out yet. She ain't at the finals for no reason. If Nuzlocke was here, it could have pressed Safeguard. But now, Whipple Drift has an opportunity to click one massive Typhoon. Let's see what happens. Moriel goes for the Safeguard. Okay. And Whirlpool Drift goes for the Typhoon. Big damage, big damage. Needs to survive one more turn. Ice Hammer goes into Whirlpool Drift. Gets the Oko, unfortunately. Get critical hits on top of that. Very unfortunate. Krakaloa oh, bad turn for Morio. I mean for dudes. Krakaloa just rejuvenated that massive progress that dude had, putting Eevee back into the front lines. Gargolem is out with no attack drops. Ursul can very easily come in, but yeah, okay, protecting Krakaloa from just dying. Goes for the second safeguard. Gargolem goes for a landslide. Moriel's protected by the safeguard. Big damage into Ursul. And the Ice Hammer is going to be big into Gargolem. Just kills it. And it is probably officially over. Moriel is the last Lumion out for Eevee. Eevee preserved, for Dude. Eevee preserved Krakaloa amazingly. Did not let it die. He is back up. This Moriel can't really do anything to hurt the Krakaloa. Let's see what this Moriel does. Shadow Lurk goes into the Lashent, kills it. But that's basically just it. Even if there was no Ursul, Krak probably always just wins the 1v1. Safeguard might have cost dudes the game. Unfortunately. It's thinking hard about it, but dude forfeits. GG's. Eevee takes home the victory of this doubles tournament and the 400 boost token prize. GG's. That was an amazing game to watch. Oh, look at everyone here, dude. Oh, my desk is frozen. What a game. What a game. Congrats to Eevee for pulling home the victory. My headphones died mid-game. That sucks. That was so fun to watch, though. I can even listen to the music. RIP. Eevee with main character energy through this tourney didn't lose a single game. She went undefeated. That is insane. The first game was in the palm of my hand. Literally came down. Literally came down. That was insane. You played amazingly, dudes. Do not count yourself out. That's just a part of games sometimes. Luck does me in all the time as well. Congrats to Eevee for winning the 400 token boost prize. We will get it to you as fast as we can. I'm not the one providing it. Bluefire Mochi, Claire, and Thomas were the ones providing it. So they will provide you with the 400 tokens eventually. So you were sponsored. Basically, the tournament was originally supposed to only have 100 tokens as a prize, and then, like the day before, like an hour before day one started, the day one stream started, we got Blue Fire Mochi and Thomas were in the chat, and they're like, yeah, we're just gonna put in like a ton of more boost tokens into the thing. So that's just how it went. It wasn't originally planned to be like them like giving tokens, but the first place prize is now 400 tokens. Quite literally an hour before the stream, yes. Literally, I think it was like less than an hour too. Rate the downs moves. That was awesome. Congrats, Evie. Her team won. Celesting with the Celeste Burst, Violana, Hunder, Not Select, Ursel, whatchamacallit, Lashent, and Krakaloa. We saw every single Lumion on her team today. That's wonderful. Thank you, Mochi, for the prizes. This is the winner. You can see her username there. Whenever you can give her the 200 tokens that you promised. Sometime I'll contact Thomas to give her 100 tokens, and then sometime whenever Claire can, she'll get Evie the 100 tokens that Claire had offered. Some really unique teams. It was awesome. This was so cool. This is Claire's team. Very cool to watch. I can hop on and get my 200 right now. Alright, sounds good. Now I can right on the bracket. 2-0, Evie wins. My favorite was still Dance Team. Dance Team was really cool. Seeing it in day 1 and day 2 was really cool. The fact that almost every single member of the final, the top cuts, were featured in day 1. It's just kind of like really ironic. So when's the next one? I'm thinking after Route 9 starts. Maybe like in the first like week of like December, I'm thinking. Thank you for the tournament. Congrats to Evie. This was awesome. I was very scared that it wasn't gonna turn out well, but I'm very happy with how it turned out. And like every single match, I might honestly make like a compilation VOD on my channel, like a compilation video just like going through every single match that was played on stream. I might not, but they're gonna all be up on like in my VODs. Like they're gonna be there all the time. So like if you want to go watch them, be sure to go watch them. They'll be up forever. Need more doubles tourneys. Doubles season is coming officially to Lumion Legacy in year 2, season 2. And I want to host more doubles tournaments as well. Hopefully, maybe with even more people. We'll see. Hope he comes out this month. What if imagine if Round 9 just doesn't come out? Yeah, so I'll definitely try to host one in December if I can. Maybe not January, but we'll also host a ton more in 2026 as well. These ones are gonna be fire to watch. Yeah, they'll be up. They'll be up. Go watch them. I get watch time from them, so go watch them. I will be there no matter what. Early December sounds good. Yeah, most likely. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for supporting this cool little event that I had. I appreciate it a ton. Thank you for Claire for helping me set it up. Thank you to Mango for helping me set it up. Thank you for Jay for being here because, you know, she's just a general mod on my channel. Thank you for Blue Fire Mochi and Thomas for the tokens and Claire for the tokens. Thank you to every participant, all 14 participants that were all here. Thank you to all of y'all for participating and, you know, being good sports about it. I honestly thought there would be a lot more like people lying about like winning games that they didn't than I thought there would be. So I'm very glad that people didn't end up doing that. Who was contributing how many tokens? Claire has 100, Mochi has 200, and Thomas has another 100. Interviews when? You know, if I was like better, if I understood PvP better, I could just do them right now. But low-key, I'm exhausted. And oh, let's interview me. Okay, okay. Mochi's here. If I understood more about how the game works, like the logistics of how the game works. Oh, sorry, I just realized I'm not in the thing. Mochi's here. If I understood more about the logistics of how Looming Legacy's PvP worked, I would definitely like be down to do like interviews with the tournament winners. But since I don't really know what I'd ask, you know? That's like my main thing. I'm like, I don't know what to ask. I'll try to clear my schedule next turn as well to actually be there. No worries, man. No worries. Good job on the hype moments and Ori slayed that. Yeah, Evie and Dude did amazing. Every single set played today. I liked I think my favorite set was Dude versus West. That was really fun. I think that was my favorite out of the sets today. This is also like my first time like trying to commentate something like this. So I tried my best. The Dan one was really good. Dan's team is just really fun to watch. They were also good. They were all so good. I kind of wish the finals went to game 3 as well. That would have been cool to see. Because I think game 2 ended a little bit anticlimactically. But like, it's fine. We had a great tournament. Day 1 was amazing. Day 2 was amazing. Whatever. You're really good on the commentary, especially for your first time. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't really know what I'm talking about most of the time. Because I don't do... I do Pokemon PvP. I don't do Lumion Legacy PvP as much. Now hunt. I was thinking maybe I could do a hunting stream afterwards, but I'd either want to do that on a different stream, or I just do it on a different day. So yeah. Just tokens for my own luck. I've been at this for 2 weeks and beat Gray and made it to the finals. Dude, you beating Gray was genuinely surprising. Congrats. I think that's like the one thing that, like, if you have anything to take out of this, the fact that you did that was awesome. You should be so proud of yourself for doing that. Remind me to ask the devs to add a side menu and spectate so we could see the stat drops and boosts. Also tell them to add music changing, please. Please. I want to listen to the in-game music. I don't want to have to play, like, every single time I went here as soon as the game started and like started playing like whatever Pokemon soundtrack I had on the side. Please tell them, when are we getting battle options? When are we getting battle options? Oh boy. And also dream teams. For dream teams, there's no you can't change the location. There's no music changing option. It's so mean. Battle options were a myth, unfortunately. Give us a double skew. We also need a double skew, like right here. Like other queues, scroll down, double skew. How did 2.0 leave that out? I don't know. If you want, Mochi, I could like DM you like a list of everything that I just said, so that you can forward them to T-Rad or whoever else, so that they can add it in future updates. Though honestly, the ranked music is probably my favorite battle track in LL. Yeah, but I like the Polluted Corp grunt theme. I like that a lot. And also um I like Mimask's theme. I want to be able to listen through any sound like battle OST in the game, any of them, like all of them. Give me an option between all of them. Right now, if you spectate anything, like if I spectate this random battle between whoever these people are, it just autos to the wild theme. You're using a Swolder, that's crazy. So, yeah, music changing would be nice. And also, okay, there needs to be no, there needs to be an option for no music, and then there needs to be an option for just like any other theme in the game. Wild battle, grunt, regular trainer battle, ranked battle, versus Dr. Vanta, versus Battle Star, versus all that. Swolder's okay in singles, I think. I didn't know that. That was randoms. The Swolder was level 52. Oh, that's fun. I haven't played randoms in forever. Yeah, why don't they have mute music as the setting? They need to do what a Pokemon does. There should be an option here that says like pick music, and it should be none, random, and then like wild battle, trainer battle, grunt battle, battle star battle, etc., etc. You know, that's what they need. Mochi, if you're still here, I can DM everything that I just said to you in like a list so that you can remember it. Cosmic theme, yeah. Any battle theme, If it's like it shouldn't be like a select few like battle themes. It should be all of them. This is my dance. Sure. Okay, I'll get that to you later. There could be a contest to add new themes to battles. I don't know about that because Lumion Legacy likes their battle music, like their own creators, and I like totally get that myself. How do you use emotes? Press full stop, and you can just use any emotes. I think they like made it so you could do this recently because you used to not be able to do this actually. Take you down. Oh, yeah, that could be added too. I mean, you could just had to use the /e command. Yeah, but they also, I think they made it so that you could use period, not to. Get it. I don't have emotes. Then you could do /e and then the name of the emote. For example, this is rat dance, so I could do. Okay, it says I can't use the emote, but like, you get what I mean. What is Take You Down? That's sort of like a fan-made theme that people made. I could play it literally right now. Someone Shiny just sent it to me. It's this theme. It's like a collaboration theme between Nevermere and Gargolden's theme that SimCity and Ray made together like one day. Oh, /e with a number works too. Yeah, true. Personally, I'm not a big fan of this specific theme, just personally. Like, it could be added. Why Netro Molly doesn't have its own theme, I don't know. I don't like it either. I don't dislike it, but I don't think it's like better than Gargoyle or Nevermere's theme, like, individually. This part's cool though. This part is cool. Oh shit! I just dropped my Pokemon cards. Okay, that was. I don't know why I did that. I was looking for my cards earlier, and I put the cards right next to my mouse. So when I like put my mouse away, I just whipped it against my Pokemon cards, and it just fell all over my floor. Okay. Have I heard Nolly's theme in Forsaken? I haven't. Forsaken has, as far as I've heard, Forsaken has some pretty good music. Is this all? Okay, that's all, yeah. All right. I desperately need to get my blood flowing because I've been sitting down for 2 hours and also a little bit longer than that. It's awful. This is the literal worst track in the game. Oh, okay. Never mind then. Yeah, so I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna stand up. I probably won't stream later today hunting, but I might stream later. And I'm definitely gonna be hunting later today. I just won't be streaming it. That's the idea at least. Thank you all for watching. This was a great little event that I had. My first time really doing something like this, so I appreciate everyone that checked in. A ton of viewers too. Yeah, congrats to the finalists. Congrats to everyone that played. Even if you did badly, congrats. Uh, I'm happy that you participated in the first place. That's awesome. Yeah. Congrats, Evie. Do you have anything else to say? Not really. Bye. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. I'm glad everyone I'm glad we got a ton of people to participate. It was very fun.